Okay, so you have a pendulum. So you know the pendulum, it can swing like from some point to the lowest point and swing this way and back and forth. Okay. So what we are considering is that if we know the velocity, the speed at the lowest point equals to 8 meters per second. And then at some state here, where it makes the angle 36.9 degrees from the vertical, what is the velocity here? Okay. If we consider this is our initial stage, this is our final stage. The motion is like this. So that means we want to calculate the initial velocity. So we consider the motion from here to here. Okay? So for this problem, the first thing, again, what we want to look at is to make sure we know what kind of system it is. So is it a conservative system or non-conservative system?
Looks conservative.
Okay, conservative system. That means WNC has to be 0. Let's check. Is the work done by the non-conservative force equals to 0. Okay, so first you have gravitational force and you have tension, right? Gravitational force is conservative force, so it wouldn't contribute to WNC. That's okay. Tension is a non-conservative force. Does it do any work? How do you know that?
Perpendicular.
Just like the normal force, okay? We know this is a part of the circular motion. The tension is in the centripetal direction, and the motion is along the tangential direction. So they always perpendicular to each other. Okay. So tension and normal force, in this case, are similar to each other. They don't do any work. So of course, you cannot find any work done by the non-conservative force. So it's a conservative system. Okay. And for the conservative system, you are going to use this. Okay? Now the next thing is to write down each term, relate from the definition and relate them to the known quantities. Let's see, we want to find the final speed, okay, and it contains in this term, right? K equals to 1/2 mv squared, so it will give us the
Wait, we're looking for a K initial.
yes, we are looking for the initial speed, so we get 1/2 mv naught squared. So it comes from K naught. And we know final velocity v, so this term can be calculated. Okay, it's okay, 1/2 mv naught v squared. And then this term mgy naught, this term mgy. So we need to figure out the initial height and the final height. As we mentioned, we can always make one of our states, the initial state or final state, to 0 point for the potential energy. So for example, if we make the lowest point as our 0, so that means y equals to 0, right? Final y. So this term goes away. Final potential energy is 0. To calculate the initial potential energy, we have to figure out the initial height which makes an angle of 36.9 degrees. Please note that it's not directly given, so you have to be able to figure it out from the trigonometry here. Okay, so that's the tricky point of this problem. Here, this is straightforward, but you have to be able to figure out why not from the graph. How can we do that? Let's extend this line to here. So this is also why not, right? And can you see that this why not can be calculated by using this length, subtract this length, right? What is this length?
5 meters.
5 meters. How can we calculate this length? Can we calculate this length?
Yeah, by
If you
using
look at
a
this triangle, you know the hypotenuse. What's that?
5.
5. And you know the angle 36.9 degrees. So this one can express this.
5 minus.
So it will be 5, the hypotenuse, multiplied by cosine, 36.9. Okay. So then this y naught has to be the total length 5, subtract this length, which is 5 multiplied by cosine, 36.9 degrees. You can check this equals to 1 meter. So the initial height y naught equals to 1 meter. That's the key for this problem. Okay. It's not directly given. Once you know this, okay, here it's quite straightforward. In fact, before you put the number, you can see you can even cancel all the masses. So I give you the mass, but you don't really need it. Okay? So 1/2 v naught squared plus g y naught equals to 1/2 v squared. And then you get v naught squared plus 2g y naught equals to v squared. V naught squared equals to v squared minus 2g y naught. So v equals to square root of v naught equals to square root of v squared minus 2g y naught. The square root of 8 squared minus 2 times 10 times y. Okay? Any question here?